Hey guys, what's up? Today I have a UU match. This one is a battle against Starmenas. And yeah, I'm looking at his team and I'm like, well, he's got a Darmanitan, but I have a defensive Rotom-H and a Kingdra. So, I mean, I shouldn't be too big of a deal. The rest of his team, I mean, that Snorlax could be a problem, but I do have my Medicham, so it should be able to OHKO it with a high jump kick. Otherwise, I mean, Nidoking maybe, but I mean, Bronzong's basically gonna check it pretty well, um, assuming he doesn't have Flamethrower, and that's really not a lot of them do because I mean, Bronzong just went UU, so it's like not a lot of them feel like carrying Flamethrower. Although now Bronzong is definitely a reason to carry Flamethrower. But I'm going to lead with the Rotom-H. I am just going to go for the Overheat. Luckily, actually, I'm going to miss because that A would not have really done that much damage, and B, that would have dropped my special attack, although then I would have switched out, most likely to my Shaman probably. But I'm just going to go for the Discharge. He's going to switch out to his Azelf, probably thinking I'll switch into Bronzong maybe? I don't really know. And he's going to get his rocks up. Unfortunately, because I didn't paralyze him, I'm not going to stop him from getting his rocks up, which would have been awesome. Because, yeah, like I said, I'm going to need this Rotom-H for his Darmanitan. Eh, no big deal. He's going to send in his Zatu. I'm really not afraid of anything this can do. I mean, like, yeah, so I'm just going to stay in and go for the discharge. He's going to U-turn out and go into his Snorlax, which is kind of annoying. I was sort of like, paralysis here would be good because it's like it's always good to status a Snorlax because if they do have rest, it forces them to use it quicker. Unfortunately, I'm not, but that's okay because I have the Will-O-Wisp, and that's going to allow me to cripple him quite significantly. Again, until he uses rest. He's going to hit me with a body slam and is going to paralyze me, which is annoying, and I so am worried that later on in the battle, I'm just going to get paralyzed when I need to not get paralyzed, and it's just going to be so annoying. He's going to switch out and go into his Darmanitan as I switch out and go into my Bronzong, which is probably one of the worst switches. Blind switch. I don't know. It's not really a doubles, like it's we both switch, but double switch usually means when you switch twice in a row. So it's like I don't know what you would call it. Anyways, I'm gonna switch my Kingdra because I know I can take the Flare Blitz because it's like quad resisted. Still does quite a lot though, but I know I can take another one. And judging from that damage, I'm thinking he's scarfed, and he is indeed toy scarfed. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the rain. He's gonna send in his Zatu, which really doesn't matter, doesn't threaten me at all. Um, and yeah, now I got the rain up. I'm going to go for the surf because it has a 2.25 times multiplier because of stab and the rain boost, whereas ice beam only has 2 times, which is why I didn't use ice beam. And if you're wondering why I have ice beam, it's for grass types. Don't really care about water types. I have dragon pulse. HP grass isn't like that big of a deal anyways. It's 140, whereas dragon pulse is I believe 135 because dragon pulse is 90, right? Or was it 95? Either way, Dragon Pulse is like almost the same power, so it's really not a big deal. He's gonna hit with an Ice Beam. I'm going to live it because it's a Blastoise and really doesn't matter. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Pulse, and unfortunately, he's gonna do slightly less damage than it just did, and he's actually going to hang on, which kind of sucks. But not a big deal. I'm gonna go to my Ursaring. I calced the Scald from a defensive Blastoise in the rain, and it said only about 50%. So I'm like, all right, let's get up a Sword Stance, and I can take the Scald. Yeah, it'll do a bunch of damage, but his Darmanitan's scarfed anyway, so it's like, I guess I could have just killed it, but it really didn't matter in the end. But it does like a lot of damage. That damage is actually like only achieved by modest max special attack when you use leftovers. And I'm like, how is that possible? Because it's a defensive Blastoise, and when he hit my Kingdra, that wasn't big damage. So I'm like, I really don't know how that happened. But yeah, he sends in his Nidoking. I'm not really sure why. I guess he thought Quick Feet was double speed, but it's not. So he could have just brought in his Darmanitan and killed me. But I guess he figured it's not really that useful considering I still have Bronzong, which I'm going to go into, by the way, because I was thinking maybe he'd go into Snorlax because Darmanitan he really needs to save. I figure Flare Blitz damage is great now. It would have been nice to get Stealth Rocks up, but I'm like, he's just going to lock himself into Flare Blitz and Flare Blitz everything because that's the strongest move he really has to hit most stuff because of, stab and sheer force and stuff. Um, Now that I think about it, I think it's even stronger than superpower. It's like 156 times 1.5 would be like it's almost as powerful as superpower when it's resisted. It's like 115 or something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna switch to my Rotom, and he's going to switch to his Snorlax. I'm going to go for the Pain Split on the switch. Unfortunately, I'm going to get fully paralyzed, which kind of sucks, but it lets him get a curse up. Not a big deal. Get a Pain Split off, gain back most of my HP, and then Leftovers is going to complete that. I'm going to switch out here, thinking he's probably going to go for another curse, because, I mean, what the hell can Rotom do? But he's going to go for the Body Slam, which tells me he probably doesn't even have Rest. It's probably a Curse 3 attack set. But the unfortunate part is that, I mean, I'm going to live it easily, but he's going to paralyze me. And that's not really good. But joke's on him, I'm actually Scar, so I'm still faster because of his curse. I looked it up, and because I'm adamant, it'll actually be a speed tie if he hadn't gotten the curse up. Like, assuming he's minimum speed with 31 IVs, we're both, I think it was like 96 or whatever. So it would have been a speed tie, but he got the curse up, so I'm actually faster than him just because of that, which I found to be kind of funny. But I'm going to go to Rotom. I figure my only chance here is to basically take a Flare Blitz and hit him with a Discharge. As long as I live and I don't get paralyzed, which I, can live because it can't even kill me unless he gets a crit. And paralysis? Nope. I get the discharge through here. I'm like, whatever. Even if it doesn't kill him, he's going to kill himself to recoil. But it does flat out kill him. So, yeah, that's the end of the game. I didn't get rocks up, which kind of detrimental. I could have saved my Bronzong, to be honest. Could have just went to Shaman. Would have done similar amount of damage. Actually more, because that's a defensive Shaman also, so it has more HP, therefore more recoil damage, and brought it in on his Snorlax. But whatever. I mean, hey, that worked out. So, yeah, I mean, if I had gotten paralyzed or he critted me, then Shaman would have come in, dead to Flare Blitz, and he would have won. But that's not how it turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah.